When in South Korea, we wanted to visit other places than Seoul, so we picked two places we knew nothing about, Busan and Gyeongju. After an amazing 5 days in Seoul, we hopped on a bus to head south towards the coast. I had absolutely no idea what to expect, apart from warm weather, beaches and a traditional Korean town in Gyeongju. Come along with me for an adventure into the unknown. How you doing? My name is James, but you can call me Hamo. In 2023, I spent a year travelling the world with my girlfriend Emma. Join me as I take a look back over our epic trip, and remember to like and subscribe to keep up with our adventures. Welcome to Roaming with Hamo. Booking a bus in Seoul and South Korea is super easy. I headed to the bus station and you can opt for the ticket machines or one of the workers there who speaks English, so I chose the very helpful Korean worker behind the counter. The bus costs 3,800 won, which is around 38 Canadian dollars, and it takes 4 to 4.5 hours with one 15-minute break straight through. Alternatively, you can book online, but we found that a tad difficult and much easier to go in person. And of course, you can get the bullet train down to Busan, but that's double the price. Busan, located on the southern eastern coast of South Korea, is the country's second largest city and a major port. It is known for its vibrant atmosphere, beautiful beaches and diverse cultural attractions. After a comfortable bus ride, we arrived into Busan at 2:30 p.m. and headed straight for our hotel in Gangjeon, which is accessible by the metro. We're staying at the Hotel Prima, and the area is somewhat industrialised but cheaper than downtown Busan, and the metro heads straight into town. As we got in quite late, we didn't do anything on the first day. However, the next day we headed down to the beach. It's a beautiful hot day for sightseeing and we are starving for brunch. Our first stop is Little Oz. It's an Australian themed cafe, but they have vegan, vegetarian and Aussie meat options for brunch. Absolutely sensational and Western prices. Look how trendy this place is. A feast for your eyes and a feast for my mouth. Little Oz is situated in the Gwangali beach area, and afterward we strolled down to the beach for stunning views and a boardwalk walk. It's a hot day, so sun cream and a hat are an absolute must. Normally I'm pretty relaxed about that sort of thing, but this is hardcore. It's not too busy, the boardwalk is a lovely walk along the beach, absolutely awesome. We stopped at a cafe called Casa Busano, which had dreamy beach views, air conditioning and great coffee. I mean, is there anything better than this view? Apart from baked beans, of course. Look at this glorious day and how beautiful Busan looks in the sun. This was a complete surprise and unexpected for me. I just absolutely love the vibe. The walkways are clean, the beaches are clean, grand buildings, amazing views. Just a really nice vibe to walk along the boardwalk. Lots of coffee or cafe or snack options along the way. Just absolutely dreamy. We are walking along the boardwalk alongside the beach and heading towards the next area, which is called Hongdae Beach. There are much bigger buildings and beaches, and we picked a grassy area in the shade by the beach and had a little picnic right next to it. Perfection. All the amenities are there, such as toilets, 7-Elevens, convenience stores, restaurants, cafes, etc. It's a super clean, dreamy beach city with a very different vibe to Seoul. We wish we had more time to stay, which is a little bit devastating. We chose a vegan option for dinner at Daejeon Cafe. It's a super cool restaurant because when they run out of food, that's it, they close. We're getting lost trying to find it. Is it up there, or there, or there, or there? Finally, we found it by asking someone for directions, and look at this quaint little family-friendly restaurant, and just a really nice experience in the heart of Busan. Next morning, we had to do some laundry admin, so we checked out a coffee place nearby called Cafe Sugamo. Super trendy. Look at this, the rich upper-class cafe. Great service and coffee. Not sure scum like me should be in there. For lunch we went down the road to Lotte Mall, which has a food court. So many options for food, lots of different types of cuisines, and during the afternoon we are wandering around downtown Busan and we needed a coffee at Coffee 9. This is owned by an award-winning barista, and they have a cafe in Seoul and a cafe in Busan. The prices are super cheap, look at this. And the coffee was unbelievable. You can sit outside and watch the world go by. I highly recommend this place. And that was the end of our day. The next morning we're off on the bus again for a day trip to Gyeongju. We arrived and headed straight to Walk Coffee to plan our trip for the day. And here is some information about Gyeongju. Often referred to as the museum without walls, it's renowned for its rich historical and cultural heritage, being the capital of the ancient kingdom of Silla, which ruled for much of the Korean peninsula for nearly 1,000 years of 57 BC to 935 AD. Gyeongju is home to several UNESCO World Heritage Sites. These sites offer a glimpse into the grandeur of Silla architecture and Buddhist art. Definitely known amongst locals and probably some international tourists as like a traditional area of South Korea. And as you can see, it has lush green grass and mounds. There are some breathtaking areas of water to really relax and take it all in. Our aim is to wander around the various points on the map. There's such an amazing architecture around. I just love these Korean buildings. What struck me as I walked around was how green the area was, especially with the backdrop of the blue sky above. Absolutely awesome conditions for taking photos, and we did take a lot of photos. We couldn't get enough of the traditional villages and buildings. You can sit by them in the shade and drink it all in. It kind of reminded me of New Zealand a little bit with the rolling green hills. So peaceful, and with just the sound of the birds and the waterways, it really is a pleasant visit. Be sure to visit the Bolgaksa Temple, the Siak Gorum Grotto, the Daerungwon Tomb Complex, Enapji Pond, Cheomseongdai Observatory and Yangdong Folk Village. The best way to see this area is to grab a map as you come in, pick some areas to see, put on your walking boots and have some ice cream along the way. A lunch recommendation for the site is Bagel Bagela. They make fantastic savoury and sweet bagels and they're not too expensive. They also have aircon. These young kids have given us a historical rendition of previous time.
Hello, how you doing?
Overall, Gyeongju was an incredible area to explore, well thought out walkways, visiting every site, and there's an amazing Korean architecture you've got to check out. There were also lots of cafes and restaurants for stop-offs along the way, and there was a nice family-friendly vibe, and one of the main things you must do when visiting Korea as a whole. If you want to read about my time in Busan and Gyeongju, click the link below to read my blog. Busan and Gyeongju were incredible for me. It made me want to stay in Korea a bit longer to see the rest of the country, and when you look at a map there are so many areas to visit, so I'll have to go back and check out the rest. Sometimes get caught up with visiting the most obvious places in a country, namely the capital city, but Seoul is absolutely awesome as well, but just give yourself enough time to visit elsewhere. Busan with its bustling coastal city and Gyeongju with its traditional historic Korean feel really added such a cool blend to the trip. I don't think I've been this surprised at how awesome a country is since 2018 when I tasted the first proper cup of coffee in New Zealand, but South Korea, Busan, Seoul and Gyeongju have been life-changing. I will be back, and I'll see you again very soon. Please follow and subscribe on my YouTube channel today, and let's go and see the world. Cheers, Hamo.